What's good with y'all, man? Real Talk DJT back with another video. Look, this vid is how to feel joy all the time, feel peace, feel happiness 24/7, and if not 24/7, at least fucking most of your life. You feel me? The first thing, I'm gonna just get straight to this shit, bro. If you struggling with depression and anxiety and all these negative thoughts, bro, the first thing that y'all gotta realize and we gotta work to get to is we gotta get the source of the issue, okay? We gotta find the source of why you feel like shit, you feel me? And why you suffer. And it's very easy and very simple. Before I let y'all know this, I don't want y'all to overthink it. I don't want y'all to try to analyze it or rationalize it. Just let it be. You feel me? So look, it all comes down to your thoughts, aka your perspective, okay? You gotta understand that what is reality? What is reality? What is your life? Reality is not what happens to you. Reality is how you react to what happens to you. Okay? And I'm gonna prove that further with a quick example. Let's say the same negative situation happens to you and another person. Okay? The same exact thing. Let's say a girl broke up with both of y'all. You feel me? Your girl of 5 years broke up with you, and his girl of 5 years broke up with him. He reacts differently than you do, so his reality is going to look different than yours. His girl broke up with him, but instead of him being negative about it and feeding into his negative thoughts, meaning identifying with them, maybe your thoughts are telling you, oh, it's your fault that she broke up with you. You can't live without her. So now you're going to feel like it's your fault, and you're going to feel like you can't live without her now. He maybe is having those same exact thoughts that you are, or very similar thoughts. But instead of him identifying with the thoughts like you're doing, he's not identifying with them. He's just letting them pass by his consciousness. Oh, he's still having them thoughts. He's still, bro, it's 5 years. It was his shorty of 5 years. He's still having the thoughts of, why did this happen to me? Why did she break up with me? What am I going to do now? I'm so used to being with shorty. What am I going to do now that she's not in my life? He's going to have those thoughts, but he may just be observing those thoughts instead of identifying and holding on to those thoughts and saying, these thoughts are now my new identity. So he's not going to feel fucked up because he's not identifying with the thoughts, okay? So I say all that. If you got to rewind that, bro, rewind that shit. Watch it back in slow motion if you got to. I say all that to say that the source of your suffering, the source of my suffering, the source of all of human beings suffering in depression and anxiety is not the fact that a negative situation happened in your life. It's how you react to the negative situation, okay? How much do you feed into those negative thoughts? Do you identify with those thoughts? That is reality, okay? So now we understand what reality is, and we understand what causes the suffering. It's just our thoughts. That's why you hear the quote, chaos is only in the mind of man. Chaos is only in the mind. It only exists in the mind. Even if your life looks chaotic, if you simply stopped reacting in a chaotic way and stopped feeding into it, you could just peacefully be joyful and just watch the chaos happen. And guess what? Eventually it's going to change, because everything changes. Everything in this physical world is temporary. It's going to change, okay? How to feel joy 24/7, now that I broke that first part down. You simply have to change your perspective. That's it. How do you change your perspective? I'm going to give you the easiest way possible. You first got to realize that you can either identify with all your thoughts, or you can fucking observe all your thoughts. Pick which one to do. understand that if you choose to react to all your thoughts, your life is going to never change. Because you're going to constantly be swayed by your emotions. You're going to be, if a shorty break up with you, you're going to be swayed by the thoughts that come from her breaking up with you. You feel me? But if you just observe your thoughts and change your perspective now you don't have to be swayed by them. Your thoughts could be fucking you up. Your thoughts could be mad negative, yo. But if you become the observer now, you no longer think of it as it happening to you. Your perspective is going to change from, oh, my girl broke up with me, so now I'm fucked up and I'm hurt, to my girl broke up with me, so now I have some negative thoughts in my head, but that doesn't mean that I'm a fucked up person. That doesn't mean that it was my fault she broke up with me. That doesn't mean that I have to identify with a fucking sucker ass trick who just got his heart broke. You know what I mean? Because you're simply the observer. So now it's easier for you to be in a better mood, aka feel joy. I hope this is all making sense to y'all. You feel me? Some of my vids, you might gotta rewind, pause the vid, watch back again. But what I do advise y'all to do is to never try to rationalize these points that I'm making, because it comes from the soul. Understand that all this thing that I'm talking about, the love vibration, how to feel joy all the time, becoming the observer of your life, all of these points that I'm touching on in these videos, it's not meant to be thought of. It's not meant to be put together and make it make sense in the mind. That's not what you, so don't pause the video and think about this. You have to feel it. You have to realize it. That's why I tell y'all to realize. If you pay attention closely, I always start my sentence with realize. You have to first realize, not think of. Realize is different than thinking of something. Because when you realize something, you see it for what it is. It automatically makes sense. When you have to think of something, you have to make it make sense. And that's never going to work out because it's in the mind. And the mind is always fake. It's fraudy. It's going to create chaos. So yeah, just let this video flow in your life and just take a deep breath and try to realize what I'm talking about. Now, the last thing I'm going to touch on in this vid is, I heard this quote from Nisargadatta Maharaj, right? Look him up. It was an Indian guru who a lot of people respected and looked up to, and I'm not going to say worship, but they sacrificed their life to give him a better physical existence. Okay. He was an Indian guru. He had a quote and it went like this: the definition of wisdom is realizing that you don't know anything. All you are is consciousness. You don't know anything. Stop trying to control situations. Stop trying to understand everything. Just let it go and let it flow. You don't know everything. You don't control everything. That's the definition of wisdom. Wisdom is realizing that you know nothing. But here's the beauty. The second part of the quote is, love is realizing that you are everything. You are all of it. You are all of this. You are existence. When you look at another human being, that human being has a soul. Y'all may not have the same physical body. Y'all may look different. Y'all may act different. Y'all may think different. But the physical body, your thoughts and your actions, those are all temporary. Those are all temporary gifts that we were given in this existence. But what y'all share together, what y'all are the same as, is the thing that is eternal, your soul. The thing that makes this body move, consciousness. Consciousness is within everything on earth. So if you identify with the soul / consciousness, you now know that you are everybody. You are everything. People be thinking I'm fried off weed. People be thinking that, oh, you crazy. You just thinking in your head. I'm not thinking, bro. I have no thoughts. I'm just Bro, I'm just experiencing life. How the fuck, bro, people, this is a whole nother topic, but people who call people like me, or not even people like me, but people who are self-aware and who have wisdom and knowledge, and they identify with consciousness, and they don't always identify with the ego and are always egotistical. People who just let life go and just flow with it, they like to call people like that crazy, or they just high, they just talking. No. How are we crazy, but we're the ones thinking less than you are? You're the one who's always hearing that voice in your head and going crazy. You're always paying attention to your thoughts and going fucking crazy. Bro, if I'm keeping it a whole stack with you, you might be the one who's crazy, bro. Because you feeding into that thought in your head. It's just a fucking thought. And you identifying with it. You crazy as hell. I'm chilling. I'm just listening to the thoughts. I'm just observing it. Because I know that I'm not my thoughts. You feel me? So that's how you feel joy 24/7. You feel me? All the time. It's just your perspective. All is mind. I hope this video helped y'all for real. I'm coming back with short videos on shorties, but like I said in my last video, bro, this spiritual game is the backbone of all of the game. This spiritual advice I give y'all, this deep soul advice, this is the backbone of how to get shorties. You feel me? Of everything. So RealTalkDJT, I'm going, man. If you fuck with the video, if you jacking this shit, like the vid, comment, subscribe. If you got any questions, you can email me. It's in the description. DM me. It's my Instagram in the description. And I'm out. Let's get it.